Now, a lot of people might not know that Bruce Lee was your dad.
My whole life long, yeah.
Whole life long? Yeah, that would make sense. So how old were you when you started doing martial arts? Did you start...
My dad started me as soon as I could walk. You know, we have home movies and stuff. I'm about 1.5.
Yeah?
Or something like that. It was kind of just a part of the household when I was growing up.
Now, I remember reading at the time, your dad did a whole... In fact, I took it for about a year, and that was so terrible. But your dad sort of inspired me, and I think a whole bunch of people he's taken down, and there was this Bruce Lee studio down on the Wilshire Boulevard. But it was a different type of karate, wasn't it? It wasn't...
I think my dad would probably not like to hear it referred to as karate.
Well, okay.
He
I don't want anybody mad in the family. Martial arts, martial arts.
We got the whole family here tonight, so
yeah.
You got to be careful. My dad originated an art while he was alive that was called Jeet Kune Do. This was my father's personal expression of the martial arts. He had a circle of students that he taught while he was alive, and through that circle of students, one of whom has gone on to continue to be my teacher, actually. The art of Jeet Kune Do has continued to exist in the world.
Oh, I see. Now, but I know at the time, this was something that was, I know a lot of Asian, I guess would be, right, would not, it was confined to the Asian community, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't something that was taught. Your dad was really the first guy to sort of teach Caucasians and other races how to do this, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he ran into a great deal of flack about that, actually, in the community where he came over and first was teaching to Caucasians. He ran into some flack from other Asian martial arts factions in that community because up until that time, the individual arts were very much separate. There was no transfer of information between the arts whatsoever. And that was part of what I think my father was interested in trying to see broken down. And there was certainly no transfer between the Asians and the Caucasian races. Yeah. And it was almost considered kind of like an Asian secret weapon or something.
Yeah.
You know, not to make too big a deal of it, but that certainly did exist at the time, and my dad helped break that barrier down.
When did you decide to become an actor? When did you decide that that was what you wanted to do?
That's what I always wanted to do. I didn't really ever want to do anything else.
And the martial arts you studied at the same time, but not because you wanted to be a martial arts star in that sort of way, I presume.
Yeah, you're right, I didn't. My dad started training me as soon as I could walk. He trained me while he was alive, and after he passed away, I just kind of kept at it because I didn't really think about it much. You know how you get started at something, you just continue with it, and my dad had a circle of students that were close to him, and so they were friends of our family. And one of those men, Danny Inosanto, continued to be my teacher, so it was kind of a nice unbroken line, you know. And I hadn't really done it at that age, certainly, with any thought of getting into martial arts movies. It's just kind of been that I have this skill and have first happened to get the opportunity to do films that give me a chance to use it.
Would not have gotten, or at least in a different fashion, would have gotten, were I not his son. And I'm very grateful for that, you know? But as far as following in his footsteps go, if one means by that, would I like to achieve the same level of excellence that he did? Yes, of course I would, in any field, you know? But does it mean that I want to imitate him in any way, shape, or form? No, because imitation is, it's pale, you know? It's not good. And besides which, we're just different people. I mean, we grew up under very different circumstances and in different countries, speaking different languages, you know, reading different books, dating different women, and doing everything differently. So that's how I feel about it.
To go back to your dad, how close were you with him?
Very close.
Did you do lots and lots of things together all the time?
Well, you know, I was only 8.5 when my dad passed away, so we did a lot of things together. We just didn't have a lot of time to do them in.
And do you remember him very well?
Yes, I do.
So that's quite unusual, isn't it? Lots of people, when their parents die young, they kind of block it all off and forget loads.
You know, it's kind of an involved conversation, but I did for a while. There was a period of time where I didn't think about it much, but as I got older, it kind of came back. I don't know.
At the moment, you're doing the action films. What kind of things do you want to do in the future?
Well, I don't think I'll get the chance to stop doing action films completely anytime soon, but I'd like to be able to kind of flip-flop back and forth, you know, do something that's a little more, I don't know, an independent film, something that's not quite so mainstream and doesn't have to, if there's this huge machine that revolves around a film like this, you know, the marketing of it and the publicity that goes along with it, and it's all right, but it's not the only thing I'd like to be doing for the rest of my life.